ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be talking about what transpired just last weekend between the Oni of Ife, Oba Adewusi Ojaja, and the cast and crew of a popular reality TV show, Real Housewives of Lagos. A video clip was shared on Instagram last weekend. Some cast members of the reality TV series visited the monarch in his palace, where he spoke to them about witchcraft. Yes, witchcraft. Now, Iyabo Ojo, Chioma Ikoku, and Tanya Omotayo were among those seen in the video at the King's Palace. Equally present was the Oni's queen, Aderonke Ademiluyi Ogunwusi, as she welcomed the guests and guided them on how to address the king as he entered the palace.
His Majesty is going to be here soon, and once he comes, it's protocol that we all kneel down, on our two knees, and we greet him and say, Kabiyesi.
We're going to wait so that we can actually see the king.
I think he's coming. Chioma.
Hello, Ekason.
Tanya. Yeah, Tanya. Miriam. Sister Ibiola Okoya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her cousin. And then Iyabo Ojo, the actress.
The popular Iyabo.
Yes, the popular.
Now, interestingly, during the interaction with the Real Housewives of Lagos cast, the Oni of Ife claimed that all women possess witchcraft spirit and are all manipulative in nature. That is coming from the wise one. Now, let me quote what the king said. He said, and I quote, "Every woman has that witchcraft spirit in them, but people just probably think it is a negative thing. But witchcraft is all about manipulation." That was coming from the king, Oni of Ife. Again, the respected king went further. Let me quote him. "If you know how to manipulate very well, and that's the power of a woman, you have natural manipulative spirit, and you should manipulate in a very positive way." Now, the king was advising the cast of that popular TV series, The Real Housewives of Lagos. Women now, Iyabo Ojo was the first to respond to the king's statement. In her response, she sought clarification, asking if the king meant that all women were witches. Interestingly, the sagacious king affirmed this and probably added that they are all good witches, meaning that all women have good witches instead of the negative ones we always there. Now, I want you to watch this short clip and see how exactly the king stated this.
Every woman has that witchcraft spirit in them. But, people just probably think it's a negative thing. But witchcraft is all about manipulation. If you know how to manipulate very well, and that's the power of a woman. You have natural manipulative spirit, and you should manipulate in a very positive way.
Kabiyesi, sorry, sir. Please, are you saying we are witches?
Now, having watched that, the Nigerian netizens reacted to the statement made by the king. Now, the first person, who goes by the name David Taiwo, said, and I quote, "Iyabo Ojo character is possession of witchcraft. No two way about it." He probably meant no two ways about it. Coming from David Taiwo instead of Taiwo. I'm reading the next comment coming from one Adebolaniwa Ashaolu. Ashaolu wrote, in fact, Phoenix, you are a witch and a terrible manipulator. Distorting facts just because you want to attract leaders. Yes, another one is coming from one side, Yinka. Yinka wrote, and I quote, "Na true talk o." Alright, so that means every woman has this possessive spirit in them. You are not hearing it from my mouth anyway. Alright, now Maria Assumpta Uchime Uweka wrote, and I quote, "Some bloggers are the problems of this country. Why change the story of an event we all watched? Tomorrow, when the narratives gives him trouble, they will say either Iyabo Ojo or Kabiyesi is wicked." Alright, now let me read the comments coming from one David Olaitan Omokeye. Omokeye wrote, and I quote, "King Solomon of our time," referring to the Oni of Ife as the King Solomon of our time. Of course, if you are very familiar with the story of King Solomon in the Bible or probably in the Quran, you will know that he was a man with many wives. And of course, very, very wise too. So, maybe probably meant the king is trolling the part of King Solomon in either the marital area or the wise area. You are probably wise too, David. Then the next comment is coming from one David Desmond. David Desmond wrote, and I quote, "which is on reality shows," with laughter emojis. Alright, that is coming from Desmond. Now, I'll be going to one Agbola Abosede. Agbola did not write anything, but rather, he sent an emoji thinking, what is happening? Okay. Then again, Ebosele Rachel wrote, and I quote her, "This phonics is something else. Ilsh. Ilsh? Could you tell me the meaning of Ilsh?" Alright. Now I'll be going to the comment of one Ezekiel Ajayi. Ezekiel wrote, and I quote, "Aram Fuini, are you saying we are witch? Are you saying we are witch? Before uncle?" Ezekiel is probably a female here, judging by this statement, trying to defend the women folks. Alright. Now, let me go to the comment made by Taibat Smith. Taibat wrote, and I quote, "Long life the king." Alright. Then one Oluwakayode Atobatele wrote, let me quote the person, "It's bad situation for Kabiyesi to welcome controversial woman to the palace. To me, it's bad person that wreck human being life. Such should not allowed. In fact, I'm very angry with that. Angry with Kabiyesi for welcoming those cast, especially the controversial Iyabo Ojo." Well, Oluwakayode, that is your own instinct and your opinion about her. Now, trying to reply Atobatele, one Michael Goodman wrote, and I quote, "What makes her controversial?" Michael is asking a question here. Then, another person who goes by the name Dotman equally wrote, and I quote, "Please calm down." Calm down, Kiss Daniel. Alright? Still on the thread, one Adeagbo Adekunle wrote, let me quote him, "You are a mumu man. What concern Oba with your sentiment? That's your own problem, not his own." See, some people are defending the king here. Alright? Now, let me go to the next comment coming from one Joseph Bosede. Bosede wrote, and I quote, "Oni did not tell Iyabo Ojo directly. Oni said every woman has its her own witches." Alright, trying to digest that. Again, let me go to the comments made by one Adelusi Olayinka. Adelusi is very tactical here. Adelusi wrote, and I quote, "Misinterpreted of the fact I watched the video, Oni never called Iyabo Ojo a witch. He said that the power is women power, and he asked all of them to make use of the power very well. He never directed his words to Iyabo Ojo." Nice one coming from Olayinka. Now, I'll be going to the next comment from one Taiwo, Toyin Adenike. Adenike wrote, and I quote, "You are a liar. We watch it. Don't bring another issues on faithful bloggers. Coming from Taiwo, Toyin, Adenike. Then again, the next comment is coming from one Sichin or Chin Chin. I guess you are from China anyway. Now, the person wrote, and I quote, "I wish every king in Nigeria will be as good as this man. Long live the crown. Amen. Praying for the king, Oni of Ife." Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I draw the curtain again for today. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'll be seeing you in the next video coming shortly.